First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, sincerity, and wholeheartedly. And shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom unto you. And I just want to talk about, the self-proclaimed white man and how he's been sought up. He's been found out, and for the people that say that he's done away with, I just want to know why this man that's ruling the earth right now is fitting these prophecies. And that's why the prophecies, which is the word of the Most High, have going to have the last say so. So this video ain't meant to be long at all. I just want to prove a couple things. And hopefully this video will be edifying. So it said, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Now going back to Isaiah 14 and 21, talks about prepare slaughter for their children, who will not rise up or possess the land. All right. So it talks about how those people are going to be totally destroyed. So that's the end game for him. But the part that I want is I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places. So now he can't hide himself. All right. That's why the scripture says in Luke 8, all right, Luke 8 and 17 to be exact, is that, everything that is hidden shall become manifest. All right. So everything that is secret shall become manifested, and everything that is hid shall come out abroad. Paraphrasing, for I don't have to get it. But basically, all darkness come to light, and this man have been found out. All right. So I'm gonna get 2 Thessalonians 2, read through that real quick. Only need a couple scriptures out of there, and then because I wanna show you something. This is for the people, we as Israel know, but this is for the people who actually believe like, nah, the so-called white man ain't Esau, right? So it said, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there coming a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And word perdition means destruction. All right. Now, I'm not going to read 4. I'm not going to read 5 because, like I said, I want this video to be quick. All right. But I want to get to the point of verse 6, 2:7. And it said, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. All right. And this is the time. Actually, it's been a time for a little bit now. But now everything is out on this devil. All right. Because we are in that time. The scripture said that for the vision is for an appointed time. All right. So we in that time where now you got to understand Paul, he was in the Roman Empire. All right. He knew who the wicked was and who Esau was, but he's speaking for us in this time, as the first scripture that I read. For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. That's talking about us losing our heritage and going into a land to serve captivities. And the key word is captivities. All right. Because wherever Israel is scattered in the four corners of the earth, we are under subjection, and we have never been told who we are. All right. This devil, when you go to Psalms 83, all these nations came together with one consent to make sure that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. And then these devils stole our name. All right. And then they called themselves Israel. They went over there with a Balfour Declaration and got, the land. But anyway, so I'm going to read 6 again. And now you know what withholded that he might be revealed in his time, talking about now. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Till he been taken out of the way. And that's what's about to happen. When you read 8, I'm going to read 8. And it's saying, then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. That's talking about the prophets. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. That's what's going to happen when he come back. He's going to put the icing on the cake. But before then, World War III is going to happen. It's happening right now. It's in the beginning stages. All right, the other nations going to get involved. It's all Bible prophecy. All right. And the Lord is putting the spirit on, we call it white on white crime. Gog and Magog versus, the other Edomites. All right. Because the big war is really going to be with Gog, Magog, and the Amalekites, the self-proclaimed Jewish people. All right. So the point that I wanted to make is that we was living in a time where we actually thought that this so-called white man was a liberal, noble man. Because see, he's in power. He's able to change the narrative. When you watch the news, he make everybody else an enemy, but he's the actual enemy. All right, he the one that goes around conquering everything and conquering everybody. All right, and so Habakkuk 2 and 5, just to back up that he goes everywhere. It said, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, which is his philosophy. If you want to be more technical, it's his democracy that he try to put on everybody. That's what he do when he go over there and put embassies in all these nations. And then he colonize them. Then he established political, financial, and even religious power over the nation. So it say he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and as death cannot be satisfied. Because that's what he brings everywhere he go. You got third world countries because United States of America is making those countries third world countries. Because you got to ask yourself, those places where they third world countries like Haiti and Venezuela, those are rich lands. All right, it's a lot of delicacies on those lands, but Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man, he sucked them dry. But gather unto him all nations and heap unto him all people. He do that when he go into these other nations, and then as we over here in Babylon the Great, aka America, this is the great melting pot. All right, because he allowed any and everybody to come over here, even though he tried to act like, oh, go back to Africa, or telling the original people of the land, to go back to Puerto Rico and things like that, and telling the so-called Mexicans, which is the Israelites, to go back to, and when first of all, when the whole West Coast and California, that's why they got so-called Spanish names. All right. So the point that I wanted to make in my mind's, I want to say this ahead of time. Salakia for uh, the unenthusiastic, because I'm very, very tired, but the work got to be done. And I just wanted to make this point. All right. So when it comes to his blessing, so I'm going to read this, and it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. Now tell me, what nation ever had the whole inhabited earth under his fingertips? It wasn't the Greeks. It wasn't the Romans. Now in that time, they had the known world. All right. They had the whole known world at that time. But you got to realize over here, where the 10 tribes came over, all right, they were just over here, trying to keep the laws to the best of their ability. All right, that's what it's saying, 2nd Ezra 13, how they traveled over here thinking that they could actually keep the ways of the Lord in this land. So the Greeks and the Romans, They conquered that side of the world, the Eastern Hemisphere. They didn't come over here. Now you got this so-called white man. He conquers the East and the West. All right. That's why majority of the world speak English. Majority of the world uses the dollar. If I'm not mistaken, I think all the world use the dollar. All right. You got other currencies, but I think the number one currency is the dollar. Of course, it's declining right now. So he got the fatness of the earth, man. He got the best parts. All right. And this is the point I want to make. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And guess what? He got dominion right now. He have broken the yoke off of, at one point in time he was under our subjection. He broke the yoke, and he haven't been back since the time of King David. When he and after that, he basically been free. All right, from the clinches of our hands. But then when you go into the Renaissance era, that's when he came back, because he was pushed into the caves from around 325 AD to about 1325. That's when he started coming out and started trying to establish his power. And then around like mid 1400s, when he was at full fledged. But I want to get this word, and this to show you. So we read Habakkuk 2 and 5, and it say that he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. All right. So when you go into this word dominion, just want to show you. Tell me who the hell this is. Thou shalt have the dominion, right? So the Hebrew word is rawad, and when you get it, what did I say? To wonder about. Oops. To wonder about. That's all I wanted to read. And that's what he does. He wonders about. All right. Oh, matter of fact, towards the end, it say to desire, to wish, because everywhere he go, he looks at it, and his eyes is never satisfied. So he wish he can get it. And guess what? He take it by force, Salakia. He take it by force, because his blessing is the sword. I just want to ask whoever don't believe that so-called white man is Esau, Edom that the Bible speak of, who else fit this prophecy? So even if you said that he was done away with, right? Why is this man, this nation that's on the earth, fitting all these prophecies, man? All right. So I'm going to quote a scripture in the video, but I just wanted to get that, man. This video was off the top. So just trying to be diligent. And like I said, I'm a little tired. So I know I sound a little lackadaisical, but Second Ezra 6 and 9, it said that, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. So that's what we got to look for. While all these things that's going on in Russia and Ukraine right now, that's a beautiful thing, because when you go to Matthew 24 and 6, talk about, wars and rumors of wars, and, but the end is not yet. So everything is about to turn up. And that's why Apostle Tahar, coined this year to be the year to turn up. And it actually been turned up ever since so-called New Year's, Esau's New Year, January 1st, man. All the false prophets coming out, a lot of demons out here, a lot of demons out here and everything, man. It's a beautiful time to be alive, man. So, I just wanted to prove that his blessing was for him to wander around and to use the sword. Tell me who else do that fit. So hopefully this video was edifying. Stay prayed up. Seek you the Lord while he may be found. And shalom.